Hey guys, it's Judy and Ada. And I have a card process here for you guys today. And this is a card process for my nephew. And he loves pizza. And when I went to New York and visited, we took him to a great pizza place. And it was a humongous pie. And, now whenever I think of him, I think of pizza. So anyways, this is a Hero Art stamp that I used. I forget what it's called. It might be called Dude or something like that. But this is a regular A2 size card. And I am, the red is the base, and I cut it at 5.5, scored it 4.25. And then the mat is actually 4 by 5.25. So, you alright, buddy? My little buddy's not feeling too well, so he's watching me do my voiceover. But anyways, here I am. My thought process was that I liked the slice of pizza, but then I'm like, hey, why don't I make a pie out of it? So you have a triangle, of course. If you go around enough times, you will make a circle pie. So I was thinking of doing the circle and then leaving one piece either out or pop dotted or anything, adding some dimension. So I end up doing that. Leaving one piece. I do stamp the whole circle, and then I end up having an extra one just to add dimension and having a piece like of the slice popping up. And then now I'm like, oh, maybe I should have made the whole circle and made it on action wobble. You know me and my action wobbles. But anyway, that's another stamp that's in this set, the Hero Arts set, and it says eat, drink, be merry. I think that's what it says. Eat, drink, be merry. And I'm just trying to, or be happy. I can't read because when I'm doing the voiceover, my microphone bar is right in front of my viewer, so I'm on my phone. Anyways, yeah, eat, drink, be happy. So I'm trying to figure out the spacing for that. And I do, like you see, fill in the last piece of pie. And what I'm doing is I'm going to color now. So I couldn't really speed this up too much, but you can just listen to music and watch me color. Because I don't even remember the colors I use. And I really didn't even know what to color. Right now you see me doing the crust. But I was like, all right, that's like basil, I guess. And then you'll see the green is like basil. And then I do mainly like the red for the sauce. And I always like to have, test out the colors on a scratch piece of paper just to make sure. You okay, baby? No. That it comes out the color I like. Because, of course, the cap never looks like what it's going to look like on paper. Or, sometimes it just doesn't look the same. And then those things I'm coloring, I thought they were mushrooms, and I see the little mushrooms, so I don't know what that is. I think those are supposed to be tomatoes, no? Well, I color them like a beige color, so I don't know. Maybe they're just yellow tomatoes, right? So, and then here I go. It's a whole process of doing all the red sauce. I hope I cut some of this out. Maybe I didn't.
I put some cheese.
Yeah, that's the red sauce. Oh yeah, there's no cheese, Aiden. I should have added some white, right? But yeah, I cut it. I didn't want to show you guys me coloring each and every pie slice. So next, I'm using my Versamark water. It says watermark stamp pad. So basically it's just sticky ink. And then I'm using my favorite detailed Ranger Distress, is it Distress? Detailed embossing powder. And some of my powders I keep in a Tupperware and I use a spoon and so forth, but I find it's easier just to do this as well. Just putting a folded sheet of paper underneath. And that brush is horrible. It had like, the brush hairs were like all over the place and I really didn't clean it well. Maybe I should have used my embossing buddy to clean off all the static. But anyway, I do love this Versamark pen marker where you get very more of a fine detail as to where you want to put the stickiness. So I kind of fill in where I miss the spots and then I put more embossing powder on and then heat it up. Then I'm like, maybe I should have just heated it up and then put the embossing powder. Then use the Versamark marker. Because when I was doing that before I heated it, I was getting powder all over my marker. Duh. So anyway, I'm heating it up now. And you can see it filled in pretty nicely. It's still kind of a little splotchy. And there's like specks of powder like outside of the words, which I was like, That's where I should have cleaned it better with the brush, but I didn't. The impatient in me. So then I used the marker again after I had heat embossed it, and then trying to fill in all the black missing parts of the sentiment. And then if all else fails, I heat it up again. If all else fails, I just use my Versamark marker in black, in tuxedo black, to fill in all the empty spaces. So, let me see. Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, I'm looking for the marker. That's a tuxedo black, and I fill in the gaps from the bad embossing. And next is pretty simple. I'm just going to fussy cut out that extra slice that I colored in. And that, just to add more dimension to the card, I'm going to pop dot that on the top one that I didn't color. I didn't feel a need to color that because it was going to be covered anyway. And I'm mailing this card, so I didn't want too much dimension. It would have been nice with, I think, 2 dimension thick pop dots, but I chose my regular dimension, which is pretty flat. I think this is like from the roll I get from Big Lots and stuff. I love those because it's not too thick, but it's good for mailing when you're mailing cards and stuff. So I did that. Then, once again, I know it's a clean and simple card, but all the white space just bothers me. It feels like it's floating in space like a flying pizza.
You forgot about the cheese.
Oh, I didn't put cheese, buddy. I know. Should I add some white?
Yeah.
Maybe I can go back with a colorless blender. But anyway, I was like, oh, why not do like a little watermark thing? Like, it is a birthday card. So this is a paper tray ink stamp. And it says happy birthday.
Well,
and I like it because
Elephant.
and then, oh yes, the ink is Mama Elephant in smoke, like a gray. So I wanted it like a background to create a background. It's kind of looks like a typewriter print kind of. And the thing is, the gray is nice because it's like in the back, it's not drawing too much attention away from the brightly colored focus of the pizza pie. So I like that the font is not bold, it's really thin and unassuming, and then just stamping it all over adds a nice texture to it. So it looks a little more three-dimensional, I guess. And yeah, I don't know if you saw, but when I stamped, it slipped out of the block, slipped out of my hand, and there was a little spot that kind of smudged, like messed up. And then you'll see on the right over there. So then it's yuck. So then I just do another stamping over there. And I just use a piece of paper to mask off so I don't stamp over the pizza. So like that. So I like how with the background how it looks better with it. So thanks for watching, guys.